Hello, Sandy.
Good morning.
Hello, Arjun. Hello, Lucia. Hello, Marco. Hello, Max. Arjun, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you, sir? It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, let's just it's 2 minutes past the hour, so we always have too many questions for this. I actually have two things I want to explain from that I've learned since last week or the week before, which is one, how to uh, use multiple domains, have two different stores, and have products show up on different stores. I've figured out that solution, and
Yay.
also I want to circle back. I realized there was a question that was not properly followed up on and answered, which was how do I get a blog on a website and make that show up? So, Sandy, why don't you start us with your question?
Mine's going to be super easy. It's probably going to tie into your answer, but just can I just show you what I'm doing here real quick?
Of course, your screen. Good.
Okay. So I've got the Go Plus. I am promoting a program using the sales page long template. I successfully connected this long page to the domain, see, Ultimate Account Manager. I'm assuming I could change this name right here, and
Yeah.
then I'll edit all this page and everything. My challenge is I've got multiple domains that I'm going to have multiple classes in. And so what I should be doing is, and I'm going to be using Go Plus to create the websites. So I should link the domains in Go Plus and not in Experienceify. Is
Okay.
that correct?
Experienceify, you can only link one domain.
One,
You can only have
right.
one place that you call your school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which so in the case where let's just say uh, so insurance, I'm looking at, I'm just trying to
Mm-hmm.
put an example together that makes sense for your sector. Um, if you have an insurance, something around insurance that you're operating, coming up with yet another domain that's more of an umbrella sounding thing, like insurance education school or insurance education academy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like .com, and using that one in Experienceify so that no matter what domain you're coming in for your sale,
Exactly.
you're saying, look, hey, here's the, we've partnered with insurance, educationacademy.com. And so
Ah,
that's how I would,
I like that.
that's how
Yeah.
I would frame it so that,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yep.
if I'm completely frank though, most people are not going to pay attention to the domain that you send them to.
Mm-hmm.
Most people won't. But just so that you have your story straight and you're feeling confident about that, that's how I would do it. Again, Experienceify is that umbrella domain that you can,
Right.
and then in Go Plus, you can put 20, 30, 40, you can put as many domains as you want.
Right.
Have,
Right.
have 50 different sales pages with 50 different brands, and they all go to that same academy, right?
Right.
That
Okay.
for your core.
Very good. All right, that makes sense. Now, since I connected that one domain to the sales long page, let's say later on I develop a website that I want to be the ultimate account manager. It will delink from that long sales page, and I would have to just have that page come in under the umbrella of the website, right? Because you can only link to one, right? Does that make sense?
Let's back up and make sure I understand. So in the future, if you want your academy to have a website that has your school in it, or like your
Mm-hmm.
course, is that what we're talking about?
Right. So right now we're just going to have a landing page, the long sales form for the ultimate account manager. But
Okay.
in the future, we might have a more sophisticated website that has more
More
stuff on
courses.
it, more
More
pages and
courses,
everything.
selling other
Yeah.
products. Like,
Hmm.
okay, sure, yeah.
Okay. So I would delink from the long sales page, relink to the website and Go Plus, right?
Right. And so, I mean, yeah, everything that you're saying is actually a pretty simple process.
Okay.
You just
Okay.
change, you would just change
I
the domain that your long sales page is connected to. And you actually, quite honestly, you don't even have to do that because when you
okay.
create another website,
Hmm.
use that same domain. You can use that same domain for again,
Okay.
you could create 10 websites and you could say
Right.
all of them use this domain.
Okay.
You
Got it.
you just need to stay organized about what web page does what.
Right,
And
right.
that's just if you stay organized about that, you can That's what I find in so many, but where I find most of the confusion that's happening around Go Plus One is just how does the plumbing work, right?
Hmm. Right.
So,
Connecting it all.
mhm.
All right. I'm glad we could start out with a simple question. Now I'm just here to learn.
Oh, great.
I
Awesome.
will mute myself.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Melinda, I see that you are a person who has your hand raised. Why don't you go next?
Yeah, thank you. I'm following up on what I brought to mind 3 weeks ago. This past week, I've had to cancel two 50 plus webinars because now my link to Go Plus has, so Stefan, just to refresh your memory, there were some troubles with the calendaring, trying to get the calendaring link for Zoom into Go Plus, and it was because I purchased the Pro plan. Murray's email was the email that was associated, but I needed to link my Calendly. Well, they unlinked Murray's account with my sub account. Now I'm at a basic plan, have been for 2 weeks trying to get this straightened out. And I've had business,
Sure. No,
I
totally,
was going to lead generations through these webinars, and I'm really, really frustrated with this now.
totally feel it.
Really frustrated.
So let's see if we can troubleshoot and get the problem solved right now. Are you in?
I don't have that capability. I've had my Roger Jorns, I've had him. He sent email. I have the long string of email threads. And the last thing I heard is this was being escalated um, last week, and I'm still on the basic plan. So, can we set up an offline call so that we can move through this, because this is really impacting my business negatively.
Do you have time available today?
La, 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 la.
So
Um,
here's what I suggest. If you don't mind, at the very end of this call, so
yeah,
at the top of the hour, I mean, you can walk away right now. Could you come back at 10 o'clock and we will, well, 10 o'clock my time, sorry, the top of the hour, and we will pick another time to meet today, and we'll walk through it all, and we will find a solution.
yeah. I was actually just pulling up my calendar to see. That's fine. We can meet immediately after this, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so, do you want me to just stay on, or what?
If you'd like, yes, you're welcome to stay. But let's stay at the top of the hour. Let's meet at the top of the hour.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Happy to do it.
Using this link.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, I saw Lucia raise her hand. She's got two questions in the um,
Cat.
chat here. So events. So events. Can we sell and register people for events using Go Plus? Is it strictly XP internal students, or is it public too? I want to understand this question. Tell me about the event. Is it an online event? Is it a physical event? Like what kind of event are you
I
putting?
mean, just Zoom events that I want to sell.
Okay.
Like I want to do discussion roundtables
Hmm.
instead of webinars.
Sure.
So I want to, charge some people some stuff.
Sure.
And just want to know if I can do it all through Go Plus. I want to basically find out, do I need my darn WordPress site through GoDaddy, or does Go Plus basically provide most of the services?
So I'm going to show you a little trick so the short answer is you can run events through Go Plus. You don't need your WordPress site to do that.
And I don't need to just strictly do it with students that exist, right? It's a public page for sharing.
100%. So
Cool.
anytime you think of Go Plus, the reason we brought Go Plus in was because this is your marketing center, right? So you could actually have a woman who's importing a list of 150,000 contacts next week, right?
Yeah.
So like these are, we have people using this that are just, they have really big marketing channels that they're putting in here. And so you can see my screen, correct? Just making sure.
Yes, I
Um,
could see it.
so what I would suggest, so there's a couple of ways to approach this. And I want to start with the one that I think is the coolest and the sneakiest and the easiest to do. And I know that you're saying that you want to have a live dialogue. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, a webinar is really just a name for a thing that you're going to have a moment online where you're getting online and you're having instead of a seminar, you're having a webinar, right? So a seminar could be you talking at a crowd and you presenting, or it can also be a moment where you're dialoguing, right? So if you click on this webinars tab, you'll see that you can create something called a webinar funnel in Go Plus. When you click on the new webinar funnel, what you're going to see is there's either one that's on demand, which is you've pre-recorded it and you're going to put it out there and then you can go sell and people come in and it's, they just see it on demand. Or you can actually do a live webinar, right? And then you connect your Zoom to that. And then so again, you're just going to create a funnel, right? So I'm not going to walk through the whole process here, but if you click on continue, it'll say what's the name of your webinar, seminar, dialogue, whatever you want to call it. What's the time? And then you'll see these, excuse me, these pieces over here. Apologize.
Yeah, I got it.
Is that you're then going to create a registration form, right? Or you're going to link to a registration form where you're going to ask people, that form is how people sign up. And then you're going to have a link. So that could be your Zoom, your Zoom link. And then you're going to use one of the funnels one of the templates to create that landing page that you're going to advertise to have people come sign up, right? And so by using this piece inside Go Plus, you can create a live webinar where you're going to dialogue with people on your Zoom link, right? It's super simple. Like you could literally create this in 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. So the webinar is just a nice little basket name for whatever kind of event we want to create. It's under the sites thing. My quick question for you is I want to sell a series
Okay.
so that if like they could get access to 3 roundtables, like a little package. So is that a possibility using the same thingy?
So the on-demand webinar is going to be a one-time event, right? But
Yes.
what you would then do in that particular case is I would have you come to the funnels page, and I would have you create a new funnel, and that funnel would simply just be a landing page that says, hey, look, here's my 3-part series, and name what they are. Here's number 1 is this day, number 2 is this day, number 3 is this day. Here's what you're going to get in each one of them. You put a form on that, and then you have people sign up for it. And then, when they sign up for it, you create an automation that sends them a Zoom link and also sends them reminder emails and, brings them back into the event when it happens. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it really does. Actually, it's looking more and more like I really don't need my WordPress site anymore.
I mean,
because I have these event plugins and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Okay.
All of that. Again, my counsel has been for everyone. You can if you have a WordPress site that works for you, or you have another website on Squarespace or Wix or something like that, and it works for you, and you're managing your business with it, and people are coming in, you're getting traffic, that kind of stuff. Keep using it, right? And then create a plan to transition your website into Go Plus, because then you can remove that. Again, one of our major goals with Go Plus is to get rid of as many platforms as possible so that you only have one source of the truth for where you're selling things, where you're directing traffic, how you're managing your contacts, how you're doing your marketing. We're trying to get to that single source of the truth. Does that make sense?
Yeah. When I come and you may point me towards support, but I have tried contacting support and to verify that is Go Plus free for XP lifetime members or only people who pay monthly for XP? Because I'm kind of confused about that. Some months I'm charged and some months I'm not. So I don't know what's going on.
So if you're being charged, we need you to just let's verify what you're being charged for. So Go Plus is free for anybody who has a paid XP account, right? So if you have
Which is not lifetime.
Yes. Well, you've paid for the lifetime account. So if you do the math, buying a lifetime account means that you have a lifetime account for Go Plus too, right? So that is a paid lifetime account. And so it's a paid lifetime Go Plus account. That's what's included, right?
Well, I paid lifetime XP, not lifetime Go Plus.
Correct. Again, we only sell that. So yes, you have a lifetime Go Plus account. What you may be charged for is it, and I'll direct you to go to, I'll put it in the chat. Use Go Plus. Oops, I can't spell. If you go to usegoplus.com, that's our landing page for Go Plus for just kind of the outside world, which is on Go Plus. So funny, right? We do the same thing that we teach. And you scroll all the way to the bottom, go to the FAQs, and it says, are there other fees for anything else? You'll see that we do charge you 1/1000th of a penny for every email that you send through Go Plus. So for every 1,000 emails, it's $1. Sorry, not 1/1000th of a penny, 1/1000th of a dollar. So, for every 1,000 emails, we charge you $1. And the same thing for SMSs. There's a fee for, for every 100 SMS messages, we charge you $1 or something like it. But go look at those charges, because those may be the charges that you're seeing if you're, marketing and those kinds of things. So
No, I haven't even begun to use it.
okay.
I've been away for a few months. Anyway, yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. I will verify on another time. I think that's the extent of my questions. Now that I know that we can have like multiple domains and multiple sales pages and all that exciting stuff.
100%.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Lucia. Arjun, your question was next.
Yes, thank you. I have multiple questions, but half of it is already answered.
Awesome.
I want to run a 10-minute webinar, micro webinar, but I think that's an on-demand webinar, better to do through Go Plus than do that in Experientify listening to this discussion.
So I mean, yes, at the end of the day, that webinar funnel thing is just so slick and easy. If you've got a nice little 15-minute recording of your on-demand webinar, build it and put it out there and sell it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Other question. Finished my order page for my first training. That was a hell of a job. I thought it was so long to finish it. Then I went to Go Plus to see the funnel. I took the short one and I thought, oh my God, this is even longer. So before I just jump in, because I also saw the custom sales page in Experientify, which I think is like a one-page funnel in a sense as well. Is there an easy template that is aligned between Go Plus and Experientify? Because I've looked to the templates in Go Plus and I thought total different structure. So I have to really build it in such a way from scratch to make it, to give them a similar brand experience than I've created on the order page. I stick close to Experientify on the order page, but is there in Go Plus a template that is really close to Experientify to start with? Or do I really have to hobby it myself?
There are no templates that we've built that are sort of Experientify templates in Go Plus. So the short answer to your question is no. There are no templates there. My suggestion has been for people to basically, when you're creating your sales experience, if your business is fully focused on courses, I would default to using the Experientify order page as your sales page for landing, or to drive traffic to, simply because it's intimately, it's built into the Experientify platform. It's natively there. It connects seamlessly. The magic link that people get, brings them automatically into the course without even trying. We know it works really well and it works fantastic, all that stuff. And so the experience for your user, your customer, will be just that much better. But if you also want to have a brand that you're building for different reasons, you want to build out a website, you want to have a blog, maybe you're going to have a store with physical products or other products that you want to sell and whatnot, I would focus my time and effort on building things in Go Plus, and then only using Experientify just as your course platform that you send people to for your courses. And don't do your sales page there. Don't do any support there. Don't do anything like that. I would just do everything else in Go Plus. So that's my count.
Well, I think of this option, but I decided to do the order form for the membership subscriptions on Experientify so that the student can cancel it themselves,
Yep. Hmm.
because else it became really complex.
Yep.
Next question. I want to create a weekly 1 hour paid Q&A call as a low fee subscription for people that find coaching too expensive, or the masterminds I sell too expensive. So just sell an hour of my time, round table, like I heard before. But I saw in Go Plus the option to create a membership site.
Hmm.
And then I thought, do I use a spot of Experientify to create there just a landing page for the community and can use some replays, to put behind? Or am I going to make it a product on Go Plus and I haven't explored yet the whole membership thing, but I thought, now I have to make a choice. I do a lot of research. So what is that membership feature that is part of Go Plus? Because I just need a live session, and there is a record, and I run webinars on a monthly basis, which I want to add as a plus to it. But most of it will be running in Go Plus, I guess.
So the answer is for both the Experientify platform and the Go Plus platform. In Experientify, we call it the forum, right? That's the community space.
Mhm.
And in Go Plus, under the membership menu item, there's something called communities, right? The communities section in Go Plus works essentially the same as the forum in Experientify. There's a few differences, right? Just like the way it looks is a little different and whatnot. But both of them are what's called a standard threaded conversation that you would find in Facebook, that you would find in Circle, that you would find in any other place, right? Where you can create a post and then people can respond to that in that thread, right? Or your community can respond, and you can create it. Someone else could create another post and people can respond. Both offer the opportunity to upload an image, upload a video, upload a GIF, upload a document in those threads, so that if you want to have sharing of other resources or links or those kinds of things. It's very similar to the order page question that you had, like, where do I put my order page? It's I would play around with and just create one of these communities in Go Plus. Very simple. Again, I'm just, heck, why don't we come over here? If we go to the membership section down here, right? And you come to communities, you can look at your groups. I don't think I have any in here. No, I guess I had one as an example. But you create a group, and it's really that simple, right? You can call it whatever you'd like. You put it, you put a description in for it. And you can put you can have a favicon, you can have a cover image, etc. So this is just some branding stuff. And then when you create the group, it is created for you. 3, 2, 1, go. And apparently the internet in Mexico has decided to stop working.
Oh, it's the curse of the live demo, isn't it?
It's always the curse of the live demo, absolutely. And there it is. So then my coaching group, so when I click on log in, it actually opens in a new tab, and you'll see it is branded as my URL that I've been, my demo URL that I use, that Fun and Easy Fitness one. So you can brand it as your URL, but it'll log me in. Gosh, slow system this morning. Let's go. But while it's loading, it's that easy to create one of these groups. You as the administrator can just log into it, and then you can see, what does this group look like? How would you imagine running a conversation there, etc. The one thing I heard you say, Arjun, is that you want to do live sessions.
Yep.
Neither of the platforms allow you to sort of have a live Zoom call. So what I would do is I would actually use that webinar funnel as that potential, that particular way to do it. But it'd be great if you want to continue a conversation, like have a community experience. This is ridiculous. What's it called? Sorry, if you want to have like a community that you're building where you want to have sort of an ongoing conversation, then I would use, basically choose which platform that you'd like. Again, Go Plus offers the ability to then connect to your email marketing and to connect to your funnels and connect to your website, et cetera. So that may be the choice you'd make. And I'm not sure why this is not loading, folks. Let's try again.
Yeah, so for the marketing follow up, that's the then Go Plus, of course, has all the data. If I want to give them the replays of another level, or as like a second tier membership, then in Experientify, it's easy to do the replays. Is
Right.
that also easy to do in Go Plus? That I have a 2-tier kind of membership on the community.
Right. So within Go Plus, you just have to decide where you're going to put that replay. And I'm going to stop my screen sharing here for a second, just so not everybody's like getting phased out by the fact that this is not loading for some reason. So in Go Plus, you'll just have to decide where do you put your replays. Again, that's one of the nice things about Experientify is that we do have that replay section. So if you bring people into a membership and they're in that membership course, right, where they're paying a subscription, you can easily put those replays in there and then notify them and say, hey, look, another replay is available. Go look at it. So that's, you just have to be sort of just take a strategy session with yourself and say, where do I want to put those replays? You could create a web page in Go Plus and just, link those videos, like much like how we do the open office hours. And, you could just update that web page on a weekly basis. That would be an easy way to deliver it. You wouldn't you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about, like having it behind a paywall or anything. You could also share the link, to the video. But for instance, you could put the video on a YouTube channel, make it unlisted, right? So the public can't see it, and then only offer that link inside your group in Go Plus, so that only community members can see that link. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry, I don't know why the communities are not loading in Go Plus here. Let me see if I can get one going through another account. Maybe there's something wrong with. I'm just going to pull one up here. Because I'd really love to show you how this is like within the Go Plus community in one of the sections, you're able to create and you're able to list links, right? And so you could say, look, here's the last 5 weeks of live sessions that we've had, right? And you could just replace those links on a regular basis or keep those updated. And that way your community always has access to those links right there in the community, etc.
Okay.
So yeah,
last question.
I don't think it's, and Chris, I appreciate you reaching out about my internet. I don't think it's my internet. I think Go High Level system is having an issue right now because everything seems to be working just fine other than that. Like I'm trying to log into a new account right now and it's just failing completely. So maybe there's a glitch in the matrix there. Go ahead, Arjun.
Well, you mentioned like we can't do live stream into Go Plus or Experientify. I read somewhere that it's possible to create a YouTube link that you do your streaming to. If I take that YouTube link, which doesn't contain on the moment the video, but add that one to Go Plus, would I then be able to stream? Or would that go wrong because Go Plus always, or Experientify, they process the video. But YouTube had that thing that you make a permanent link that you use for your streaming.
Okay. I appreciate that Janice and Lucia give me feedback. Maybe it's my internet connection. I guess the country of Mexico is having an issue right now. I apologize. Arjun, for your question, I understand what you're saying. So going live on YouTube right? And then then you've got a live link that you can then use, and you could just sort of sit there and leave your camera on and just have it on all day, and just you could be permanently live, right? What would happen is you would give that link to your community members, either in Go Plus or Experienceify, and then that link would take them to the YouTube platform regardless. There's no way to embed that, I don't think, uh, in your group or in a page. Do you know, is there an embed code that you can use so that it can be embedded in a website? Now that I'm thinking out loud, obviously I haven't done this, but you can.
I read that exists. Then I should not upload it as a video file, but then just use it as embedded code in just a HTML frame.
And so what I would, so yeah, so you can't use embed codes in the communities, right? Because the community doesn't function in the same way that a web page does. But you could put that, we could test, we just have to test it. You could put that embed code in a web page on Go Plus. And then again, in your community, say, hey, look, we're live. I'm going live. And in the community, say, here's the live link. That would take them to your Go Plus page that has the live stream in it, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I think for now, Zoom, I want interaction with the people, so I'd rather have them in one Zoom call,
yeah.
like we have this call, and I
Going
don't
back
need
to
to stream it, just the replay.
So this will answer your question. And Melinda, I saw that you asked that follow-up as well, that if you use the webinar funnel that I was demonstrating earlier for Lucia, and instead of the on-demand, you use the live webinar feature, that it's going to create a sales page. People will sign up. When they sign up, you're going to say, hey, look, here's my Zoom link. Join me at noon on January 24th. They click on that link and then they come to your Zoom link. So that's how that funnel works. It doesn't stream live through Go Plus, right? Go Plus is not the streaming platform. Zoom still is, but it's a great way to bring people into a live webinar.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Let me just, Lucia, before I take your next question, I just wanted to, I feel like there was a couple other questions. Maybe not. Go ahead, Lucia.
Yeah, just what you were saying there. The step that was missed in that little list you just gave a moment ago was how they pay. So the live webinar and the thing that I was discussing and the gentleman was discussing, where does the purchase happen in that? Do we have to scoot them over to XP? Does it happen in the XP funnel, in the Go Plus funnel? What's the Scooby-Doo on that?
It happens in the Go Plus funnel. And so what you can do is you can use what's called a two-step order form. And so that those are available in Go Plus. And so all you'll do is when people come to your landing page in Go Plus to sign up for your webinar, rather than just making it free, you can put a two-step order form in there, and then that will not only ask them for their information, but their personal, like their email and their name. But then the second step is, okay, now give me your credit card, and that will then charge them for showing up.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, Christopher, what's your question?
Hi everyone, and good morning. It's morning, Graham. There was a question in the Facebook group, a question or a concern. I don't know if I can share. If you can probably clarify that it's about sharing your funnel. I wasn't sure what the person is. It that I can pull it up if you like. Is it that? Okay, let me go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure what question you're
Yeah.
If we build funnels
Yes.
in Go Plus account, shouldn't be able to share the funnel with someone.
So is this about putting the funnel live, or is it that they're talking about snapshots or sharing the template with someone?
I'm not really sure what sharing is, what we're talking about when we're saying we're sharing here. Can you click on Sebastian's reply at the very bottom, and let's just see what Sebastian wrote? Okay, Murray said that we can generate the sharing link for you. Hmm. Yeah, Chris, I'm sorry. I'm behind the eight ball here on this particular question. I'm not even sure what he means by sharing the funnel.
Yeah,
The
because initially I thought maybe he can't put it live, or is it that he wants to share the template or the snapshot?
Right. I know,
So
and I know my guess is that then Janice, I see that you've written sharing a template. Because I know Drew as well, like he builds things for clients, and so what he likes to do is he likes to build things and then he will share it with his client or allow his client to use it or those kinds of things. So my guess is that is what he's looking for. I'm going to see if I can get Go Plus to work again. 1 second, so I can share my screen. Okay, appears to be working now. I want to go back to those groups and just see if it logs in with the group as well. Move Zoom. Wow, look at that. So much faster. There must have been a glitch in the matrix on my side. Arjun, I just want to circle back to you. So this is what a group looks like. And over here, you're able to put links. You're able to, you can change the description of it. And then, so then again, this becomes this becomes what's called a threaded conversation. Sorry, just moving some Zoom tools around, etc. So I suggest that you play around with this. So now going back to Chris's conversation funnels. So if we go to sites, and we go to funnels, let's just see, let's edit this. I'm not seeing any way to share. Chris, I'm gonna have to get smart about this. I've never, I think so. Basically, I mean, this would be like, can I create a funnel and then share that template with one of my users or whatever who also has a Go Plus account and essentially sell that funnel. So, I need to go get smart on that, and I don't have the right answer. Obviously, it sounds like not only is it possible, that it really needs to be possible, because there's a lot of people out there creating templates and funnels and automations, etc., that they then allow other people to download. I'm just not familiar with how to do that right now.
Yeah, so thanks for that, Stephen. And I haven't looked at the replays for the training you did last year, the 3-day workshop. But now, if my funnel is live, I'm finished, where do I put it? I guess pretty basic question, but I'm new.
I'm not sure what you mean. Like, where do you put it?
How do I get the word out? How do I promote it? How do I get
Yeah, so
traffic? Yeah.
if you have a funnel that's live and you want to get people to sign up, this is where it just sort of shifts into sort of standard marketing. You can take that link that you have and you can put it on social media. You can put it on, put it in an email that you're going to send to your list. You can create Facebook or Instagram or Google Ads or any other type of paid ad, and then you can drive traffic to your landing page through those paid ads. You could set up an affiliate system where you go out and you reach out to people and say, "Hey, help me sell this," so that they're then marketing it to their list. So the list of ways to market your funnel are many. My recommendation is to start with your hot list that we've talked about in the past, which is in your brain, just take a 20 minutes, half hour, and brainstorm as long a list as you possibly can of all the people that you know in your life, and then categorize them between people who you talk to a lot and who might be interested, people who maybe you talked to fairly recently, and then people who you haven't talked to in a while, and then you sort of categorize them as hot, warm, and cold people on this list. Reach out to each one of them and start a conversation. And if it's not directly like, "Hey, would you be interested in my webinar?" It's like, do you know someone who might be interested in this service that I'm now offering, right? And if those people will all come back to you and have an answer for you. The answer could be no, The answer could be like, oh, hey, yeah, I've got someone in my life or someone, a work colleague or somebody this would be interesting in. And then you say, hey, look, could you please connect us, or could I have their contact information, right? And then the third and best one is when somebody comes back and is like, oh, wow, hey, I've got this group that actually I go to every Wednesday, and we were all actually talking about leadership courses, and this sounds really great. Could I share the link with that group? And then you say, heck yeah, because then you've got an affiliate and you've just multiplied your sales team. So that was a really long answer to say, now it's time to go do sales, right? You got to get out there and pick up the phone, start calling people.
Awesome. And then we can use the pipeline feature in Go Plus.
Exactly. Melinda, I want to circle back. Marco, I see you're next on the question list. But I wanted to just circle back because Melinda had kind of a follow-up. You were asking about, can the live feature, right, be applied to LinkedIn Live?
Yeah.
So a LinkedIn Live would work the same way as a YouTube Live, the same way as a Facebook Live, the same way as an Instagram Live, in that no matter what platform you're going live on, you're going to have to send people to that platform to get the live experience, unless there's an embed code, an embedded code that you would put on your web page in Go Plus. If there's a way to embed it in a web page, you can absolutely, just create a very simple web page and send people to that web page, and then you will be embedded in there.
Okay.
Again,
It's just a convoluted system going to LinkedIn Live, which I tried to pivot to really quickly. Didn't happen because I can't figure that out. So I'll just have to explore that a little bit more. And if I might, I do know that there's a way that you can, and someone can send you a funnel, because I did a challenge course, and the gentleman who set up the funnel for me, I populated it into my Go Plus account, but that's not my wheelhouse, so I can't tell you how to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Again, we're a part of a bunch of groups that do that as well, and so the answer is absolutely. You could build a funnel, or you could build an automation, or you could build something, and then go sell it to other people, or go send it to a friend, or send to it. Absolutely, it's possible. I just got to figure out how to do that. I've never done it before, so I'll put that on the things that I need to go demonstrate. And then in terms of, since there's been several questions about going live, Janice put Restream as an option there, which is a
Check
great.
that out too.
I've used StreamYard before with lots of success in the past. For anybody who's not aware, these are platforms where you can live stream to multiple destinations at the same time.
Right.
So you go live and you go into the platform Restream or StreamYard, or it looks like Talk Studio, and you show up there. It's like a Zoom call, but it's actually live streaming to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and whatever, LinkedIn, all at the same time. I've done that for many years with great success, and I recommend this.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Marco, over to you.
Hello. I apologize for my English. It's not so good, but anyway.
German, that's okay.
I'm from Slovenia, so.
My Slovenian's even worse. Jealous. Yeah.
Super. I have a question. You said that if I have Google Workspace, then it's for and domain on Google Workspace, then it's not problem with subdomain for mails, for email.
Correct.
But I could not have this. I tried to do it, but I could not.
Okay, I understand. So let's recreate the problem.
Yeah.
What is the name of your URL?
Meridians.si.
Okay, meridian.si. So where is meridian.si registered? Where did you register meridian.si?
I registered it in domain sites in Slovene platform where sell those domains and so.
Okay, so that's usually where I start, is when I would look at the registrar that you registered your domain, because that's usually the first place where they hold what are called your domain name services, right? So your DNS, your domain name service.
Yes, I did it. I did it DNS all to put it on Google Workspace.
Okay, great.
I did it. I have Google Workspace.
Perfect. Okay.
And I link it, my Google Workspace, my domain to Go Plus.
Okay.
But when I try to send any email or something, they're always trying to Go Plus always trying to say that I must have subdomain.
Okay, so you do have to have a subdomain. So the thing that you're missing, the piece that you're missing, it sounds like, if I go down to the bottom of the Go Plus and I click on settings, and then on settings over here on the left-hand side, there's a thing that's called email services. Have you set things up in email services?
Yes, I tried this. Maybe I could share this my screen and
Let's share your screen. Let's see what you have.
yes. Okay, just one moment to see where it is. Here it is. Share. Can you see it?
Not yet. It's coming. There it is. All right.
Okay, so I go here to settings
Correct.
and email services.
Correct.
Okay. Yes.
So right now you're still connected to the Use Go Plus email system.
Yeah. How could I do it other way?
So if you click on the button that says add a service, actually, yeah, click on the button that says add a service.
Just one
All right, it's a
moment.
big blue button right there.
Yes. I have this, sorry, just have this add service, yes. And I'm
sorry, I apologize. I've sent you to the wrong place. Let's click on, please click on the button that says dedicated domain and IP.
yes.
And so click on add domain. Now this is where you're going to create your sub account for meridian.si. And so if you type in right there where it says enter domain name,
Yes.
you can type in lc.meridian.si, or you could type in mail.meridian.si. You could type in, whatever. So that's
Okay.
where you're going to create your subdomain for your email. When
Okay.
you
Yeah.
enter in there, and you'll click the blue button that says add and verify, there will
Yes.
be 6 new DNS records that you need to add, and then that will allow you to send and receive through meridian.si.
Okay. But I will ask you if I understand right. If I have Google Workspace, I don't need subdomain.
So the reason why we connect a subdomain, regardless, if you just want to, if you're going to live in Gmail and you're going to send and receive through Gmail, that's totally fine. But if you want to connect your automations,
Yes.
any emails that you're going to send out through here, you have to connect your subdomain. Otherwise, it'll be sent through Use Go Plus rather than your domain.
Okay. It's no other way. So I must have subdomain and my domain.
Correct. Yeah, and
Okay.
it won't affect your Google Workspace in any way because you're creating a subdomain, so it won't affect that.
Because I understand that if I have my domain, the whole domain, there is less chance to put my mails in spam and so.
Correct. That is great. So if you use just Google Workspace, your delivery rate, that it will be higher simply because Google, runs most of the internet. And so if you're sending from a Google Workspace account, it's less likely that you'll end up in spam. But there's 2 things. One is training your audience to look for your emails and making sure that they have your email with your subdomain. So Marco at lc.slovenia.meridian. Tell them, say, hey, look, whitelist this and add this to your contacts so that you don't. So when somebody comes into your newsletter, like the first nurture email that you might want to send them is like, hey, thanks for signing up for my email. Please make sure to whitelist or add me to your contacts so that you never miss an email, right? That's one. So training your audience is a great way to do it. But the more that you use the Go Plus system, and the more basically your delivery rate will increase over time because the internet will start to recognize that you're a legitimate sender, and it will prioritize your emails, and it will and fewer and fewer will go to spam over time. So as long as you're not a spammer. If you're a spammer, then sorry.
Yeah. So, so it's no, if I understand well, it's no use then that I have Google Workspace. I could do it with Slovene domain provider.
Correct. We recommend Google Workspace simply because, again, the internet, it's a powerful service around the world, and so it's worth it. But if you have a provider in Slovenia that you prefer, you can absolutely use that. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Max, I'm going to take your last question, then I'm going to quickly demonstrate how to set up 2 domains for and 2 stores so that people can see that before we close out. So Max, go right ahead.
Yeah. First of all, is it Stephen or Stefan?
It is Stephen.
Stephen. Okay, great. I am trying to transfer my, I don't have a lot to transfer, but just all the initial setup things from a different Go High Level account from a different provider. And I have a lifetime account with Go Plus, and I'm running into a lot of the same issues. And I also used to have a WordPress account that used the same domain, but I jettisoned that. So now I'm simplifying, and I use Google Suite or whatever it's called for my business as well. But I'm really wanting to get through this, all of the basic setup things. On the other account, they kind of had an onboarding where somebody walked you through it and so forth. I don't know whether that was originally part of this this setup.
Let me pause.
Yeah.
2 things. If you bought a lifetime account, there is an onboarding with my colleague Sebastian, where he will help you set things up.
Okay.
So if you haven't taken advantage of that yet, we're happy to do that. But the second thing is if you actually have things set up properly in the subdomain with the other provider, we can actually transfer your subdomain into Go Plus. And so everything's already configured, and basically we just own it then. And so that's also, it may save you a lot of time and effort to just transfer your account in. And then, you don't have to reconfigure everything and whatnot. So,
okay, good. And then just a very simple little piece. There was a kind of AI element that was built into one or the other of these experience, if I can't really remember. I remember talking to Murray about it, but is it in the Go Plus piece or in the experience?
So it's kind of a really broad question. So AI is everywhere, right?
Oh, it is.
If you're thinking, there's a couple of different places you might be referring to, though. So many people come to us through what's called an expiring mini course, through our unlimited free leads course, and at that they are introduced to our expiring mini course AI generator. So that is an AI tool we've built that actually builds those mini courses for you. That could be the tool. Okay. Does that sound like what you're talking about?
I think it was. Yeah. I also bought that from Murray,
Sure, yeah. So what you'd want to do, so I'm giving you 2 emails in the chat here.
Okay.
Both of them are support chats. So for your Go Plus, please reach out to Sebastian there at support@usegoplus.com, and he will set you up for a onboarding call. And my guess is that he's going to recommend that you just transfer your account in, and then that would
be great.
Save all your configurations. And then the other email there is our support team at Experienceify. So we have a whole team for that platform, and just reach out to that one and just say, look, I bought the EMC AI tool. I can't remember how to access it, and they'll send you the link, and they'll go into your account and get the right link for you and send it to you.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've gotten something out of every conversation that you've had with anybody else on here, so I appreciate it.
That's the hope.
I also, by the way, I know your doppelganger. I really
Sure.
do. It's a guy named Kerry Kirkpatrick. You're like he's a successful Broadway writer, and you got to meet him sometime. Although his house just burnt down in the
Oh,
Palisades, but anyway, yeah.
Well, I have
All
been
right.
called. I've been called Steve Kerr, who is the
Yeah.
former Chicago Bulls and now the head coach of what is it called? The Golden State Warriors. I get Sting sometimes. I get like that's I get. I have a rock and roll band, so people, like I get on stage and people are like, "Oh my God, you're Sting," and I'm like, "That's great. I wish I had Sting's money, but hey, I don't."
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So, folks,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
no
you so
worries.
much. I appreciate it.
Last 2 minutes here, I'm gonna show you something really cool, which is that here in Go Plus, you'll see that I have 2 domains connected. Bing. One is called Impossible Prompt, and the other one is the Fun and Easy Fitness, right? And our goal here is to understand, if I wanted to run these 2 businesses totally independently and I wanted to sell products for both of them, let's just say, the Impossible Prompt is a book, company, and Fun and Easy Fitness is a fitness company. So they're totally different things. So what do I do in order to create 2 stores and then sell different products on different stores? So what you need to do is go into sites. In our sites, we'll have 2 stores. And so right now I'm in the sites menu. That's where you create websites and funnels and, webinar and these kinds of things. But I'm in the stores section, and you'll see that I have 2 stores, Fun and Easy Fitness and the Impossible Prompt store. Both of them are, out there, and you could access them through those domains. The next thing that you need to do is you would actually have to create your products that you want to sell on those stores. And those products are under payments. So let's see. If we go to products here, you'll see I have a number of products that you can buy. You could buy an equestrian business. You could buy my 30-day challenge. You can buy yoga pants, whatever you want, right? Now the critical step that you need to do in order to differentiate products on different sites is that you also need to create a collection, right? So if I click on collections here, you'll see that I have created 2 collections, one for the Impossible Prompt and one for Fun and Easy Fitness. And what that allows us to do now, it allows us to go into any of our products, and I'm just going to go to these things right here, which this is it's a yoga pants. So these are something I would sell on my fitness site. And what will happen is, so if you include it in the online store, right? If you move that toggle button, if you come down here, a new option appears when you create these collections. It says product collection, right? And then you can choose which collection that you want to put them in. Obviously, you can choose more than one if you wanted to. Like if you had a product that you wanted to sell on both sites, you'd put both sites there. But in this particular case, I'm just going to only sell it on the Fun and Easy Fitness site. And then I'm going to save that. So you go through and you go through all of your products. You decide what collection you want to put them in. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go back to the sites section. I'm going to go back to those stores. And for example, I'm going to go to the Impossible Prompt store, which we remember from, if you've seen last time, this is just one of the templates in Go Plus. I have not customized it at all. I haven't done anything other than on the products list. I'm going to click here, the edit button. I have added a collection section. And the way that you do that by add a collection section is by coming in here and oops. You can, grab the element called the collection list and then put it on the website here. So if I were to just put another collection list up here, we'll add it to the site. You'll see that there are, it defaults to having these 3 collection sections here, right? And what you can do is you can actually go into, sorry, I'm just going to hide the Zoom tools really quick so I have more space to work with. When you come into these collection sections, you can choose what, sorry, I'm now looking at the right-hand side of the screen. If I am in the collection section and I'm looking at collection 1, collection 2, and collection 3, so that you'll see that the options below the collection change, depending on what collection I'm looking at here, right? So you could say, if I select on collection 1, I would say, hey, look, I want this to be all the products from this collection, the Impossible Prompt, right? And if I wanted to do, get really complex, you could see how this worked. In collection 2, I wanted this to just be the fun and easy fitness stuff, right? And collection 3, it could be a whole different set of products. But if I wanted to just make sure that I only have the products for Impossible Prompt on here, I just would remove those other collections. And then Shazam, you'll see I've obviously already have done this. Then what happens is that only this collection is available. It'll save it. I guess I should have just pushed publish. And so when we go to the website here, and you'll see that there's a collection, and you can change what this is called. You can add, you could put an image here. And there may even be a way for you to immediately, for example, on your top of your page, you'll see this URL, right? It says products, list, collections, Impossible Prompt. You could put, in your store link at the top menu item, you could just put this URL so that it bypasses that extra step of clicking on collections. And when I click on this, hey, oh, sorry. So this is working correctly because I have 2 of them here. You'll see this the only product that I have in the collections for Impossible Prompt is this Equestrian Business EMC, example product. And so this is where, just demonstrating that only those products will now show up on this site. And obviously we can customize this design so that these big boxes go away and whatnot. But that, friends, is the only way that I know of at this stage for how to differentiate products between 2 different brands, right? So if you have a physical product brand and you have a digital brand, or you have, you sell health food over here and you sell, cat toys over here, and you want to have both of them in Go Plus, you can create, separate collections of products, and then you'll only see those unique products on each of the different websites. Clear as mud? Any questions?
Do we have to make a distinction between a digital product and a physical product when we're just, okay, just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
And this was just a very specific question. There was another, a person on last week's call, or maybe it was a week before, that said, hey, how do I do this? So I went and learned how to do it. And this is the way that actually Go High Level suggests that you differentiate, if you want to have multiple domains with separate collections or separate, product offerings. So. But you don't have to make any different differentiation between digital products or physical products. So, folks, we've moved past the top there. Oh, Arjun, I see a hand. Is that a question hand?
Yes, there was a hand. Well, I was just wondering, what if I want to have a euro store and a dollar store? Is that also possible?
Oh,
because in Experientify, the setting for which currency is so low that I can't have both. But would in Go Plus it be on product level? So
let's go back and look. I love these questions because they're questions I honestly don't think about because I only ever operate in US dollars. So let's just see. If I were to go to products, that's where I would start. And I looked at my products. Can I give? Okay, here's my thing. Do I have? So this all says US dollar, but I can't really change that. But when you create the product, do you choose the currency there? So it looks like when you create the product, you can choose the currency. So you could actually have a whole set of products in euros and a whole different set of products in dollars or francs or whatever you'd like. and then divide those into two collections. Or you could have the same. You could duplicate the products and have them one in US dollars and one in euros, and then have two collections. You have your euro collection and your dollar collection. So because it looks like you set the currency at the product level, so that's how I would attempt it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, in a way, it makes sense. I know that only Stripe is one of the platforms you can set for one product prices in both currencies. And then it's a user profile setting that shows one or the other. So
Sure,
that's of course the best, because then you don't have duplicates of your products.
Sure, but the end, yes. So let's again, I think let's leave that as a great question. I will go find out the answer to that, because it would be the best solution to have your customer say, "Hey, look, I want to be charged in New Zealand dollars," right? Rather
It's
than
a profile thing.
All right, let's leave that for next time. As you heard at the beginning, I'm going to now work with Melinda to figure out her problem. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Stephen.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.